To that end, we sold a little kit, completely changed the system that we adopt, and the idea is to use less money, basically growing the crop, which makes it use less carbon. At the moment, little slots. We use tiny garden different, we've got some stone.
Where the phosphorus is too high, too low. Do you think we've got the science and the technology now to do that better?
Historically, I'm sure you've seen the industry system as well.
And one of the things we're doing with our future farm is downforce technology, so looking at carbon.
And it's a balance, so that it's not going to be all good all the time.
So do you see it leaching out effectively with the soil?
It goes up in the air, so that the more you move the soil, the better being able to give the other tenants some degree of confidence that the landlord is on side. It's not the old-fashioned, they're over there, they're over there.
But that safety net is really important for what it's saying.
Because
obviously with climate change and different, it's happening so fast and it's really based on so different big changes in the world. Plus also this shift away from chemicals into the regenerative farming. Have you ever known the sense of being such a changing environment and keeping up?
So we go inside. You're not going to get a drill for it.
So basically, the idea of this is that you can cover large areas quickly, and ultimately we will put on liquids with it as well. But it's a very simple process, just big travel quickly with it, minimum soil disturbance. Because it's green, not red, it's about half the size, so there wasn't trees and because they were gravitational.
How much field is the
we're putting on about 200 kilos a hectare, and that will hold about maybe 1,500 kilos or so. We don't tend to on the banks because it's having a big hopper and a wide wall just means we could easily do 50 acres after tea without worrying about it too much.
market moving more towards standard retail farming?
Definitely. I'll show you some briefly.
There's all sorts of types.
Combine grain quicker than we can actually get it into the tub. So that gets into the order. The big thing was getting our FYM back on the land and also getting some more organic matter. And so Dad wasn't keen to start with because being a seed grower, he thinks that everything is going to contaminate his seed crops. So, and then they've just realised that they actually work quite well together. So, yeah.
Of all these years.
Yeah.
So,
so our first thing was the Johnson Sues, which this is like quite a rudimentary agricultural version. But basically, they have to aerate it, just compost by itself. And then once you've got this after sort of a year and a half, we can make a tea out of it. So we basically put this into big tea bags and bubble it up through water. And then the idea is that, yeah, I mean, if you made a tea out of that and looked at the amount of microbes and fungi in that, it's just unbelievable. Yeah. So the idea is that you'll put that in with the drill. I want to like drip it.
Sounds like a sushi.
It's, you know kombucha and kefir?
Yes.
So this is bokashi, which is a Japanese method of composting. Fermentation, so it comes from there. Yeah. So
It smells a little bit like cider, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact the method of making it is similar, but not using it on the farm. So what happens is that this is, we make it with bran, molasses and effectively and then we dry it, we ferment it in the back, and then individuals compost their kitchen waste with it, so it pickles it.
It's on like a deep litter cattle shed. Once you add it, it becomes anaerobic, like underneath the surface, and so then you can compost your muck, and it becomes way better by the time you put it out on the field. It's well on its way, rather than leaving it in the field where it can get washed in the ocean and stuff gets washed away. Most of the job is.
So we hear your yields go up, we hear your carbon reductions going, down as well. So it's things like that is quite important.
It's also
Is the science there to monitor that?
yeah, there's also the efficiency of it. When we're adding ammonia, it probably gets washed off anyway. So I think.
But you're so right about measuring it, because worldwide the cashew is being used in tsunami, they use it during the lobby. So even throughout the world it's being used, but our key thing with the zone support and the regenerative is that we can measure the benefits by testing source on a low basis, so we know we're not wasting any resource.
Next job for the focus farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trial.
That's really interesting and wonderful. But there must be so much we can learn around the world about different farming practices over the centuries.
Yes.
Yeah, which massively helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels quite so scary when you can see someone else is
Yeah.
doing it. But
So this is my bit. So this is explaining it from a domestic sort of situation. So this is just my
have breakfast.
like leaves.
Look at that.
So it's basically you add your waste and
Yeah.
you can deal with gluts of waste. So even with Christmas dinner, you can put it all in and just add a little bit of your bokashi bran. And this one's now fermenting whilst that bucket fills. So it's a continuous process.
And how long is the fermentation for?
If you get in there and sniff it, it's a bit like cider, pickly feel.
Okay. Next you're drinking a chutney out of it.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. But like Monty said, you don't need too much of it to make a real difference.
Yeah.
And we're selling these all over the place in the UK, but in Japan, New Zealand, Sweden.
Sustainability very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can use it with worms. So this is my wormery.
A wormery.
Yes.
Is that a technical term, a wormery?
Yes.
Never heard of a wormery before.
Anyone that comes on the farm is forced to the
I know.
Look
I
at worms.
show everyone my worms.
Brilliant, quite right.
So they're underneath. So they.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Look at that. That's amazing.
I know. So every single bit of flap that you can see,
Yeah.
the worms have made. So all I put in here is kitchen waste, basically.
Yeah.
And so they just go mad to eat it. So I've actually got this one in my kitchen, which is slightly unbelievable to fill. But oh right, yeah, okay,
Let's have to see the worms.
yeah. So they like bokashi, and
Look at that. That's fantastic. And how many did you put in? I mean, how many of these have been?
well, I started off with 250 grams,
Yeah.
but I started this one on the 4th of December, and so now there's so many more than 250 grams. But these like regular waste, so they're useless at a glut.
Right.
So Christmas dinner couldn't go in, but weekly waste they'll deal with probably normal family of 4.
Really?
And they can
And
do
they'll
it.
break all this down then? will
Yeah.
They eat about their own weight in waste a day, give or take.
they? They're amazing, aren't they, worms?
It's amazing. And then you have a tray, so they don't know those holes. So they just come up through the holes when you fill it, and that leaves the compost underneath.
And then what will you do with that when it's finished?
So this will be completely finished compost once I've reached the top of this top tray. So it'll be really rich worm casts. So that will be like when you're potting out or going around the tops of plants, so very, very rich. So,
So
and
it
then
becomes
the
sort of A grade
top,
fertiliser.
yeah, I mean black gold.
How do we do that on a field scale?
Well, the idea of our composting project is that once we've used the bokashi to deal with kitchen waste,
Okay. So we have Charlie, with that cheesecake. We have Owen Whistle, Tony Farag. So, Tracy is there.
Brilliant. Another house in compost. That's going a bit right.
Lovely stuff. So this is our project area, stretching across 3,500 acres. To put it in context for you, we have the Duchy Estate in the south, we have the Moccas Estate to the north, and in between we have several owned farms as well. So it's a really great partnership. It's really, great partnership where lots of farms are working together.
Where are we at the moment? Good, so where are we, what are the colours?
So these are all the different farms within the project area. So we have 16 farms in total.
Yes, 16 different farms, 24 sort of landowners, managers across the project area. So good collaboration.
It's the first time we've brought everyone together to work.
Has it been? Has been the collaboration and
It's nice,
the
nice to
vision?
meet your neighbours.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But many of you must probably work and share lots of thoughts and ideas as you've been going on.
Yeah.